Just want to do a quick video showing what I've been working on here with some ground cover. After I was looking at some photos, I happened to come across some color photos of an nickel plate main in the summertime. Looked like late 50s, 57, 58, the era that I'm modeling here in this layout. And the picture of the train running through lush green fields made me tired of my trains running through this god-awful tan. And so I started to pull up some ground cover I bought a while ago, and this is what I got so far. It's a mix of three colors. It is a mix of, this is first, I used earth, and then after that I sprinkled, or earth's the base. So the base, this is all earth. Then I sprinkled in a fair amount of burnt grass, and then followed up finally with a pretty conservative little amount of this green blend. And that's what I got here. And you can see I got part of this corner. Like I noticed some areas here, like you can see over in this part, and then over here I specifically left. I did not do yet because I need to paint that, and I still haven't bought paint yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Labor Day, so I got the day off. So I'm gonna go through and try and get some more ground cover work done, starting with some paint over here. And you can see over here as well, like where underneath where the bridge will be. I got some white there where I touched up some of the plaster cloth or the sculpted mold. So I got some areas here that I want to get it all covered one uniform color. Then I'll go through the ground cover. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Right now, what I ended up doing is I sprayed it with some wet water, which is water mixed with detergent or a little bit of dish soap, and sprayed that first. I guess that breaks the surface tension. Then I went through again with like a water and white glue mix, and I don't know. I've never done this before. This is my first time ever doing ground cover, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I mean, this is pretty good for not knowing what you're doing. But anyway, the bigger concern here is with the cementing it down in place. It's sort of dry, but if I still, I can feel, if I run my hands through it, it does move it around a little bit. You can see my hands have a little bit of stuff on them. So I don't really know what I'm doing as far as that goes. It's not totally, I started first, I painted white glue down on this base before I applied anything. So the base layer, at least like probably whatever the dirt or earth color, that seems to be probably pretty stuck. It's the stuff on top of that is where it's a little bit loose. But if you have any tips or pointers on that, I'm more than willing to hear them. So let me know. But I just want to do just a quick, I don't want to call it like a layout update, but just a quick update on what I'm doing on the layout, kind of in the moment sort of thing. I think what I'm gonna do next, well, you see I still need to finish painting all over there, so you can see a lot of that is not painted yet. I'm gonna paint over here around Brockton, and actually, this is a very thrown together video. But over here in Brockton, I'm not sure what I wanna do here yet because, well, I know I wanna paint it, obviously. I wanna do ground cover much like I have over here. But you can see here where I traced out the road, this is gonna be Central Avenue. So I don't know if I wanna leave this area like where the road's gonna be, like between the two lines here, leave that blank and do the ground cover and the paint around that, or if I want to do the road first and then do the ground cover. I'm not sure yet, but I'll at least probably get the ground cover at least up over this hill as well as over here, and then obviously around the rest of the layout. But as far as the road goes, I'm not sure yet, and the same goes for the little road I'm going to have up here and the roads over there as well. So I don't know yet. We'll see how that goes, but I think it's looking good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really good, and even this small section looks so much better than it did before, so it's definitely motivating to continue working on the ground cover and the rest of the layout. I think the trains look a lot better. This will look even better when I have farm fields and trees and whatever else I end up putting here. This is one of my 6 gazillion projects I'm working on right now. I'll show you some other stuff. This M1B is for Sean Station, the fellow YouTuber. I renumbered it for him. It was originally 6736, I think. He wanted it numbered to 6755, so that's what I did. I got the whole thing numbered up to 6755, which is the engine, the M1B that survives now at the Strasbourg Museum. So that's getting ready to be sent back out to him. I picked up this little 080 recently. This is a better side of it. It's originally a New York Central engine. It's an old TMCC line L080. I found it at my local hobby shop for a really good price. Originally New York Central, could see I already modified it, so I centered the headlight. Well, actually I put a new headlight on, it's a replacement headlight. I Added class lights to it, added the white stripe, and you can see I pulled off the decals over here. That's as far as I got with it as of now. I need to decal it, add a few more details. I need to add the white stripe on the other side, and of course I'm gonna weather it. And this will become a U3B, I think is pretty sure it's U3B is the designation or whatever of this class of engines. It'll be numbered to the 212. And on that note, I'm actually looking to, since I don't need two 080s, I currently have two because I have my other one over here. This is the old Lion Chief one, the 271. I have this engine for sale, so if you're interested in buying it, it's a Lion Chief engine. So it has a remote and it has somewhat decent speed control and it has, you know, basic Lion Chief sound. But if you're interested in purchasing this, I'm selling it for $300 plus shipping. So you can send me a DM, or I'll put my email in the description if you're interested in buying this. Fully weathered, fully custom detailed. I think it looks pretty good, and like I said, I wouldn't sell it if I didn't just get the other one. My layout's kind of like a mainline running layout, but the 080s are a cheap excuse to boost up my engine roster. And I don't need two 080s, so I'm looking to sell the other one so I can keep this one, because this one is scale. The Lion Chief 080 is like, when you compare these two side by side, it's probably like 95% scale. But since everything else in my layout is scale, it just makes sense to have a scale 080. So again, the Lion Chief one's for sale for $300 plus shipping, fully custom detailed, custom weather, custom detailed, you know, the whole 9 yards. If you're interested in purchasing that, let me know and we can figure something out. Other projects over here, actually I'll run back over. I have two more Berkshire projects I'm working on. Two, which is crazy. This one here is, you can see it's in like 1,000 pieces right now. This engine started life as an MTH, Louisville and Nashville, Proto Sound 2 Berkshire. My plans for this are, I'm not really sure. It's gonna become either the 700, you know, the first S-Class Berk, or it'll become leaning more towards an 800 series, one of the X-Wheeling and Lake Erie Berkshires, which will require a pretty good amount of modifications. You can see I have this thing all taken apart, got the pilot taken off, it's missing its headlight, some of the class lights, the bell. It's in like 1,000 pieces right now, but that's coming along. I do want to get this thing done somewhat soon, because it would be a cool engine to have, especially if I redo it as an 800 series Berk. I think some of the wheeling Berk, which I'm leaning more towards. So it'll require a fair amount of stuff, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end. The other one over here is another Berkshire. This is a Lion-O Berkshire. This is the 771. This one is pretty close to completion. It's getting there. You can see right now it's actually like, this is the pilot off of this engine, off of the MTH Berk. This is an MTH pilot, and I initially retrofitted this thing onto the Lion-O Berk because this thing came with a different pilot, and I initially retrofitted it onto the MTH Berk, but I wasn't really happy with how it looked. So I pulled that one off, and I think I know I'm going to for the Lion-O part sale, and that happens in a few weeks. I'm just gonna pick up a new Lion-O nickel plate style pilot and install it, just be done with it, so I don't have to worry about it. And this thing will get a weathering, it'll pretty much be done. This is the 771s, this will match the 770 I currently have, or I already have. It's complete, all of two S3s. 770 and 771 will be sequentially numbered. But really this engine didn't get too much. I just added a Mars light to it, twin beam headlight insert. And then once I weather it, I'll add some more details, some more super detailing on the front end like I typically do and all that. And then behind it here, this is the pilot that it initially, well, aside from the step found out, but this is the pilot that it initially had. If I decide to make this engine the 700 had a cast steel pilot, so I'll probably use this pilot as a template to build a scratch build a cast steel pilot on this engine, like I did on my other Lion-O Berk, which had the same pilot to begin with. So these are pretty good templates to build a cast pilot out of. But anyway, that's about it as far as the layout goes. Again, excuse the mess, it's a complete disaster, but it's fine. I'm working on it. But that's about it for the layout, this layout update, I guess we'll call it. So thanks for watching. I will continue to post with more, especially with this ground cover project. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.